Hi, I'm Bob Gallagher, the mayor of the city of Bettendorf, Iowa. Today is Friday, February 9th, 2024. Welcome to the Mayor's Message. We're here in Meier Park with our Director of Culture and Recreation for the city, Kim Kidwell. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So in a prior Mayor's Message, we talked to you about the Parks and Recreation strategic plan, and we asked for your involvement. Tell us what you'd like to see in parks. Tell us what changes or new things you wanted, and you came out in droves. Thank you very much for that. We're going to use that information going forward, and Kim's going to tell us about how we're going to use it. Kim, tell us about what a strategic plan is for parks and why it was important to get community input.
Sure, absolutely. So the strategic planning process, is great to get community input, as you said. So we had some focus groups. We had 8 different focus groups with over 35 people in attendance. From there, we sent out a survey to all of our residents, and we had over 2,400 households respond.
Wow.
So that's representative about a third of the population when you include everyone in the household.
Sure.
So we got great response. From there, we formed a steering committee, and we went over the data and did an environmental scan, picked out the things that were most talked about, things that we should consider moving forward in Parks and Recreation. Overall, the data was very positive. People are very happy with the parks.
Excellent. Good.
They are satisfied with the programming and the events that the city is having. So all that data was great, but there's always room for improvement. From there, we gleaned a few strategic initiatives that we're going to be working on in the recreation department over the next few years. And one of those is sort of create some processes and expectations moving forward. We're also going to become an accredited Parks and Recreation department.
Fantastic.
Which in and of itself will help us align with other Parks and Recreation departments across the state.
Comparison stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do's and don'ts.
Right.
Best practices.
Yes.
Okay.
Trends in parks, what's new, what can we bring to our residents that they don't already have.
Terrific.
And then we're also going to explore the value of relationships, community relationships, sharing spaces, doing more things with our community partners, just to make sure we're getting involved in all areas of the city.
Makes good sense, right?
Yeah.
Cooperate with school districts. There's multiple gyms around. Do we need to build a new gym? Can we find a partner? We've partnered with the YMCA, as you know, on the landing project, and you are the heart of those negotiations and work, so thank you for that. That's bringing you a wonderful new pool with all kinds of amenities like slides and lazy rivers and the new skating rink, and yet we still get the use of the fitness center and community center by the Y. So that was a great partnership, and those are the kinds of things we want to try to work together as a community to find.
Sure, absolutely. Just kind of combine resources instead of overextending. We all have different things to bring to the table, so just utilizing other community partners to help move the city forward.
Makes tons of sense and saves taxpayer money, especially with schools, which is a taxing body. Yeah. The city, a taxing body. We don't need another gym if we don't need another gym.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
fantastic.
Absolutely.
Part of the strategic plan was to feed into something called a master plan. Tell us what the master plan might be.
Yeah, so the parks master plan is more the physical parks, where they're located, what amenities do they have, what are the demographics, of the people who live around those parks, what kinds of things do we need to do to improve them. Kind of also goes along with the comprehensive plan that community development has been working on.
Feed right into it as a part.
Absolutely. So where are future parks going to go as the city grows? So all of that we are now working on in the master planning process.
Excellent. So lots of planning. And some would say, hey, what happens to that plan? You just put it on a shelf after you pay a consultant? Tell us what steps we've taken and will continue to take to make these plans come to life and make changes like the one we see behind us here in Meier Park in our parks and recreational opportunities.
Yeah, so this is a working plan. So the Parks and Recreation staff, we're already working on it. The whole plan is up on the website in the Parks and Recreation department. You can see it has assignments, it has timelines, it has, in some cases, budget dollars attached to it. So this is a working document that we meet regularly as a staff. We will bring this document. We will give updates, we will work the plan, and hopefully be able to show those improvements to the citizens. So we
get them in little bite-sized pieces, like what we can do this year, some of the low-hanging fruit that, okay, we can certainly do this. Our policy relative to, I don't know, parks maintenance or something needs to change, and let's do that. And then these are the amenities at the cost that we can get in the next year, and you kind of work that plan year after year. It's a 5 to 10 year kind of plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. Especially the accreditation process. There's a lot of requirements that need to happen through that.
Sure.
So there needs to be a recreation business plan. We need to have certain guidelines where we evaluate our programs. We send surveys out to people who've taken our programs. We gather data. We see what residents want. So all of that is also part of the accreditation process. So I think that will also help us get on the right path into making some positive changes.
Awesome. So thank you very much for all who contributed. Great information and great input that we're using to put these plans together so that you can see positive changes throughout the parks. Even though you love them now and things like programming are very well received, we want a continuous improvement model here in the city of Bettendorf, and thank you for your input for helping us to get there. Have a great weekend and enjoy our parks.